medium-sized earrings, 4 medium-sized earrings, and the smallest sized earring, just 2 of that, 2 medium-sized for the front, 2 for the back, and then the smallest sized earrings, this size 2 for both sides. For the earring holder, I've had this pattern with me for several years now, so I'm sorry if I won't be explaining how I made this pattern. I've had it for years, but it's very simple. But you can make any pattern you like, either a rectangular shaped or just something nice like this. So this is how it's going to be, how it's going to look like. So, but for the side, for the earring that will be attaching to the side, there's nothing special about that. I just made a rectangle cutout on my chipboard just for the pattern. So now I'll be tracing out my pattern on the chipboard. 4 of that, 4 patterns for the 4 earrings. And the other earring for the side, I'll be tracing out 2 patterns of that for the 2 sides of the bag. Now I'm cutting the patterns out on the chipboard. I'm not cutting it out one by one yet, but as a whole, I'm removing excess space so that I don't waste my leather. Now I'm placing it on a genuine leather. The reason I'm using a genuine leather is so that the handle of the bag does not tear in the long run, because there are some bags that when you look at them, before few months, the handle of the bag starts to tear. But when it is properly reinforced, like I do mine all the time, I use genuine leather for my handles, there's no way it's going to tear. So now I'm applying gum to join the patterns, to gum the patterns with the leather. So now after gumming, I'm cutting out the patterns one by one, exactly on the lines that I've made. I have all my patterns cut out now, 4 for the medium-sized earrings and 2 for the smallest sized earrings for the sides. So now I want to gum the patterns with my synthetic leather that I'll be using, and I'm applying gum on the genuine leather there, and I'm also adding gum on the leather. Now I'm making the demarcation with my pencil right there. The reason I'm doing that is to get enough space, because I'll be wrapping that pattern up. So I want to make sure that I have enough space for wrapping at the end of it all. So please make sure you put excess space for wrapping. Now I'm applying gum now, so I'll be cutting. After applying gum, now I'm cutting just right on the demarcation I made there, the excess space I left out for wrapping of the pattern. Please, at the tip of if you're making this type of pattern, then you have to be careful at the pointy edge of the pattern. But if this is not what you'll be making use of, then there's no point. But then you can always smoothen out the excesses that are inside, so that you have a flat surface, and when sewing it will be easy for you. So this is how it's going to look like at the end of the day, and I have all the earring holders done. Now for the small earrings, please look at the way I did my folding. Can you see? I folded one edge and left the other side not folded. Now it's time to place the earring holders on the body of the bag. And I'll be taking, this is how it's going to be. I'll be placed on the body of the bag. So now I have to take my measurements so that all the earring holders will be positioned well. So now I'm taking 3 inches coming in from the side, 3 inches coming in from the side. I'm placing my mark right there, and I'll be coming down from the top by 4.5 inches. So I'm making both marks, the 3 inches and the 4.5 to meet, just like that. I made that angle. Then I'm doing the same thing for the other side. 3 inches from the side and 4.5 inches down, right there. So it's at the center of this mark that I'll be placing the D-ring handle. So please watch carefully. If you don't get this part in the first watch, you can always go back and watch again. So I'll still be reinforcing the inside with my genuine leather again. The reason I'll be using the genuine leather is because, you know, this is a very big bag, and at the long run, after putting so much load in the bag, at the body where you place the handle, it might start tearing off. So I don't like that in my bags. So I like reinforcing the inside. So just the same way I reinforced the handle, the D-ring handles. So these are the leathers already cut off. So I'll be gumming the genuine leather to the marked place there. Please look carefully and watch where I'll be placing them. So just a little below the mark is where I'm placing the genuine leather. Can you see? So that's been done. I'm flipping it over to the right side, and I'll still take the same measurement again. The first one we did was just to get the location, like the exact place where I'll be putting the genuine leather. So this time around, I'm making the same measurement outside, like on the right side of the leather, going in from the side by 3 inches and coming down by 4.5 inches. Please take your time to watch this part because it's a little tricky. I hope you can see with the pencil I'm holding. I couldn't use biro or the ink because this leather, I don't know what's wrong with it. Every other thing is not coming off on the leather except for pencil. So that's why I'm using pencil. So now I've made the marks on both sides. So the next thing now to do, I'll be coming down again from top by 2 inches. Please just take your time and watch it very well. I'm coming down again by 2 inches from the top and still 3 inches from the side. You know, it was 3 inches we took earlier. I'm taking 3 inches again. The reason for this is I want to cut a little opening there where where this part of my D-ring handle will enter. So now I've taken the measurement of that part and I'm dividing it into 2, and I'm placing it there just for the opening. I believe you understand it as the video goes on. So I want to make an opening for that long part of the D-ring holder. So that is what I'm trying to do here. Coming down by 2 inches from the top and 3 inches from the side, and I'm making the same measurement for the D-ring holder to enter right there. Please, if there's any place that is not clear to you, please feel free to send a message and refer me to the video so that I'll make better explanations. So now with my blade, you can use a cutter too. Right on the new measurement we've just taken, that is on the 2.5 inches, or the 2 inches down and 3 inches on the side, and with that demarcation we made for the D-ring holder, just cut right through it from that edge, from one edge to the other. And you see, make sure it's coming through at the other side of the pattern. So now I'll be inserting the holder inside. So all the while, this is the reason for the measurement to be taken. So this is going to sit, and I'm doing that for the second side too. Please watch carefully and make sure you understand it before you go further. So the next thing now, with that part pointing downwards, the pointy part is going down and the head is going up. I'll be sewing right. Can you see? Please watch this very carefully. Can you see the placement of the D-ring holder? Then on that part I'll be sewing. Now I've gone ahead to sew this is how it looks like after sewing. I'm trying to burn off excess thread. Please go over and watch again if you do not understand at the first watch. So now that I've secured it by sewing it, the next thing to do now is to apply gum. Please make sure that your measurements are the same. Mine is 3 inches from the top of my holder to where I just sewed, 3 inches, so that you have an equal measurement there. So the next thing now is to gum it down to secure it. I'll be applying gum. So after drying, please just watch very closely. The first measurement we made there, 4.5 by 3 inches. I'm making sure that the center of my viewing holder is touching that particular place. That's just the purpose for taking the measurement in the first place, so that all the viewings will position accurately. Please, you can go back and watch again if you didn't get it the first time. So now, this is how it is. Looking so beautiful already. Now I'll be going to the machine and I'll be sewing just one that way. Now I'm done sewing, and this is how it looks. So beautiful. So you can cut off the excess genuine leather you have at the back. So I've done that too for the back of the bag. I've also attached the D-ring to the sides of the bag. Can you see? Please just take your time while doing this. And now I have all my D-ring holders fixed.